Hello everyone, welcome back to Archangel RC. Right off the bat, I would like to apologize to those who attended my first ever live stream on Sunday, March the 8th, for pretty much the complete failure that it turned out to be. Also, I just found out, YouTube had added ads to the video post live stream almost every 5 seconds. Sorry for that as well. So, here is what happened. First, I forgot to take my external LAN card with me since my laptop does not have a LAN port. Hence, I was not able to get the video stream from the plane to the laptop that way. Then it turns out that following the Android system update, which fixed the map, has somehow messed up the UniRC 7's Wi-Fi hotspot and my laptop was no longer able to connect at all, which completely eliminated any chance of getting the video stream to the laptop and streaming it. The only thing I was able to get going was to forward the second telemetry stream I connected to the Air unit for a previous video via the Bluetooth module to my laptop and to Mission Planner, which is what you lot got to look at in complete silence because, as it turned out, the built-in microphone on my laptop had decided to call it quits, hence why the live stream was void of audio, and I spent a good deal of time writing during the flight to reply to comments, which was very far from ideal. On top of that, some border police agents came up around to check upon us, since we were clearly visible from the road and they wanted to see what was happening. Nothing came out of it, they checked us and they left. I will indeed need to better prepare next time, and I will have to look into that hotspot mess, though I much prefer to use the cable if possible. Also, I did not give much of a heads up for the live stream itself, remembering to do it a few hours before I went flying. So, all this could have gone much better. Much better, and I will do my best to get the next live stream to that much better status, and I will notify you guys days in advance of it rather than a few hours. What went well about the flight was that return to land apparently works out of the box and is able to reliably return the plane to the home point upon loss of signal, something which iNav users have never experienced on that platform. Also, the plane survived and returned successfully, and the weather was pretty nice, although I did not reach the range I was hoping for, which might be because of the altitude, which I tried to keep low, and perhaps also the specifics of the surrounding terrain, not really sure at this time. In order to save battery, I took off and just continued straight, gaining a few meters in altitude. As the flight progressed, the hill that I was flying towards started rising up for some reason, so I decided to gain a few more meters, but then at some point I handed over the remote to my friend to reply to some comments, and I got it back just as I lost the signal completely, and that was video and telemetry. It did make it out to just over 14 kilometers though, which is pretty decent given that I was sitting down the whole time. The radio was essentially behind my laptop relative to the plane, and the altitude was rather low for a flight of this type, though granted I was on top of a hill. I would have expected 120 meters of altitude to be plenty, since SIYI claimed to have done 43 kilometers at that altitude above the sea, but like I said, perhaps the specifics of the terrain around me might have affected the test. You can actually see how the video got a bit choppy a bit before it cut out, though I wasn't really looking at the video at that time. Also, it took a while for the video to recover. The telemetry came back long before the video signal. This is the first time I'm actually losing the video signal on this system, but from experience I can tell you that the HM30 system would re-establish the video connection a lot sooner after the plane turns around. In this case, the video came back at around the halfway point, which was weird. I expected it to re-establish the video stream at around the 13th or the 12th kilometer, but could have had something to do with the altitude as it was going down during the return to land. Also, good to know that it goes properly into return to land upon loss of link with the ground, and also that this functionality on AudioPilot does not require any specific setup. On the way out, I actually flew over the usual location I fly from in this area, and it was nice to change flight locations already. I like this hilltop a lot. However, next time around I will go in another direction, as I'm not sure if the hills that were directly in front of me might have had something to do with the reduced range during this test. But also, the views in the distance in the other direction are much better, so I guess we will see how it goes then. Apart from all the issues that day, I am very happy with how the MFE Hero flies, also very happy with how the ZR-10 gimbal performs now, and the UniGCS app is improving. I saw yesterday that I have released some more updates, which supposedly get the link status details out in the main view where they can be easily monitored, which will be very useful. When I get around to updating again, I will report back with the improvements. I would like to express my thanks to all the people who actually joined in for that disaster of a live stream, and I promise I will do my best to make the next one a lot better, which probably won't be all that difficult since the bar isn't very high following this one. Also, I promise that there will be sound, so I wouldn't have to write to reply to your comments, which will help me keep my attention on the actual flight. An argument can be made that I can program an autonomous mission and just let it rip. Video signal or not, at some point it will turn around and come back, but I still prefer to do the flying unless it is a mapping mission. Also, I don't feel very comfortable not having a working video feed for long while the plane is supposedly doing something on its own. I would much rather it goes into return to land and heads back immediately, especially if it takes the UniRC 7 a good deal more time to re-establish the video link. Again, big thank you to anyone who attended on Sunday, a big thanks to anyone who is supporting this channel, and if you would like to support it, check out the video description below. Fly safe, and I will see you soon.